everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Slange. I wish you could see the way that I'm so sitting and so relaxed with my leg crossing over the other egg, but it's because I just want to feel comfortable. I'm sorry I've been MIA, but I'm back and I'm happy to be back and look forward to making more content. Some of the reasons why I've been away, I'm going to unpack in this video, because I'm doing this video today after realizing that there's so much that I want to see change in my life. There's so many things that I aspire to, but my words are not matching my actions, or my affirmations, manifestations are not matching my actions. So how is it going to work? When is this change going to come? When I keep entertaining setbacks in my life. So I hope that the video is going to help you reflect on what's going on. If you're currently having blockages, if you're currently feeling discouraged, demotivated, I hope that I could shed some light and get you to get up and do whatever it is that you've been putting aside for the very long time, just like I've been putting aside to to make content. So now here's the thing: if we are aspiring to get that job, get that marriage, have this beautiful fruitful relationship, get the degree, whatever it is that your heart desires, are you also making sure that your actions are matching your affirmations, or your actions are matching your manifestations? Because I've realized that we are quick to have desires, we are quick to want all these things, but we're not putting in the work. I mean, gone are the days where we used to think that just because the word says God will give you your heart desires, then that means that you're just going to pray about it and instruct God, and miraculously it's just going to come down to you. I've noticed that it's one of the bad habits that most of us suffer with. We aim for the skies, or we aim for the moon, but then our actions do not match the destiny to the moon, or our actions do not match the destiny to the stars. So you're like, so how is this going to work? How is this going to work? It's just like an investment. If you've put in 50 rand, you're not going to reap the same rewards as someone who's put in 150 rand. It's just logic, right? It's common sense. And it's the small things that we tend to overlook most times, because we just hear this whole buzz of manifestation, vision boards and stuff like that. I used to get so heartbroken when my stuff that were on the vision board were not working, because I was like, are the vision boards biased? Are the vision boards working for other people, and for other people they're not working? But deep down, when I looked at it, I actually realized that I was just not putting in that great work. The work that I was putting in was not matching the dream. So as a young reminder, is the work matching your affirmations? If it is, then keep at it. It means it's just not yet time. It's going to come through. If it's not, then this video just helped you realize that you just need to put in that little extra effort or a little more work into it to achieve those great results that you want. So I'm going to give a young example of what I've done after I've noticed that I've been having a setback. So for me, can I say I've been struggling to get a job? Okay, let me put it like that. I'm a postgrad student now, and that's not really by choice. It's because you've been trying to get a job, you can't get a job, and to avoid falling into depression, I was like, you know what, let me just keep myself busy. And then some people will tell you that the more you're qualified, the more you're not going to get a job. So you're just like, this is a lot, but we stay positive. So I started going to school dressed in formal. I kid you not. When I step out of my place, I look like I'm going to work. And the first time I went to school dressed like that, everyone was asking me, what's going on? Is it a presentation that we're not aware of, or are you coming back from an interview? You look different. And I was like, yeah, I look different because I'm dressed different. I'm bound to look different. And another motivation for me to make that change was, there's so many first years at school right now. Some of us are Wits ancestors, okay? We've been at Wits for a very long time. So you want people to look at you and see the difference. You want people, okay, this is where I was coming from. I wanted people to look at me and see maturity. I wanted people to look at me and see someone who knows what they're doing, someone who knows why they are in campus, and someone who has a clear direction. You know, fake it till make it. In a good way. In a good way. So, funny enough, making that slight change, making that wardrobe change, helped boost my confidence. And because I was feeling so confident, I felt so damn good about myself. And because I felt so damn good about myself, I somehow had some good energy or good encouragement to work, to do something different. So far, I've been doing okay. I've been doing good because I've made that small change. And someone might be like, well, you mean that small change had a big impact like you're portraying? It definitely did. It definitely did. And I would advise you to try it. Make that small change in your life. Could be a wardrobe change, anything, and see if it doesn't help you in any way. Having given that little background, it moves me to talking about the next point that I want to make. Guys, we can't keep responding to the same situation the same way and expect it to be different. I think this is a well-known thing out there, but literally it works like that. If people know you as someone who easily snaps, someone who's short-tempered, someone who can be trusted, and whatever the case or whatever reason, sometimes shock people. If they think that they know you, make them realize that, oh, actually no, you don't. This is not the new me, okay? This is not the elegant, graceful kind me, and I'm not going to have you paint me in the same old brush anymore because I've now changed. If you are quick to see the negative in situations, start training yourself to see positive in situations. If you feel like you've reached a dead end, remind yourself that, well, me reaching a dead end is an opportunity for me to find a new way. Even if there seems like there is no way, I am going to carve out that way for me, for my dreams, for my aspirations. And honey, we're going to walk that path and we're going to reach the destination one way or another. I was having a chat with my friend, I think it was last week, and she actually mentioned something that hit the core, something that moved me, and I was like, wow. She said, well, if there is no way, Tlangi, then we're going to make the way. We have to. We have no other option. We're going to make the way. And on top of that, she said, the world has been waiting for us for so long to give it our talents. And we have not been doing anything. That hit home. I was like, because most times you think the world owes you. Most times you think the universe owes you. But then that perspective made me have a change of mindset, because I was like, I've been sitting with my talents, and I know I have talents. You know, I know I'm a talented young woman. I know I'm educated. I know, Bona, I have the abilities and whatever, and I've been doing nothing with them. So that was a great reminder to shock my system and to remind myself that, girl, we need to get moving. Because if you don't move, then we're just not going to get where we need to be, and you're just not going to touch the people that you're supposed to touch because you're dragging your feet. So here's an interesting thing. Most times we find solutions after doing our self-assessments and stuff, right? And I think this is fitting to mention after the last point that I just made. However, I also realize that we often get to be stuck in setbacks because we didn't quickly identify what poses as a threat of our solutions working. So here's what I'm talking about. So you've identified that you're going to dress different when you go to school, like in my case. And what if that desire or the affirmation doesn't come as quickly as I hoped it will come? And because you didn't mentally prepare yourself for that, you tend to fall in another setback. And sometimes the setback even takes longer because you're now telling yourself that, well, I had put in the effort, I have made changes, and it just didn't work. So really be cautious of that, because sometimes we tend to have unrealistic timelines. We tend to have unrealistic plans. So sit down and truly be honest with yourself, be honest with the resources around you, be honest with what you have, your talents, and understand that yes, this is what I want, and according to what I have right now, this might take me this long. In the meantime, these are the small steps that I'm going to implement that are going to take me to where I need to be. And I honestly feel like we can't go wrong with that, because that is more sustainable than having a drastic change. It's just like skincare. They will tell you that if you're introducing a new skincare product, introduce it gradually so that your skin gets used to it and you're not just shocking the whole skin system and it feels like a threat is attacking it, and then it also gets rebellious. To my fellow empaths, actually let me come closer. To my fellow empaths, this point is really for you guys. It's something that I struggle with a lot, and something that I'm trying to work on actively and decisively work on right now, and that is picking our battles. You know, as an empath, it's like you just have that internal siren that quickly comes on whenever there's a problem or someone has a problem, and you just want to help. You want to be there. You want to be the savior. And sometimes you can't help it. It's who you are. And it's what makes you feel fulfilled at the end of the day. If you didn't help anyone, you feel like, your day was boring, your day was meaningless, and stuff like that. But choosing our battles help us recognize what we have strength for and what is going to consume us. Imagine you have worked so hard to create a mental and emotional balance for yourself, and then someone just comes and throws you off because of their problem. And I'm not saying that don't help people. However, sometimes there are those cases where you know that you've done the most for this person, you've tried to show the way, you've tried to help them navigate their life and, you know, get to a fruitful solution, and they just keep choosing to staying in a place that doesn't elevate them. Sometimes we can't really blame people, because some people just feel comfortable sticking to what they know, that the pain that they know, the trauma that they know. However, this does not mean that we need to keep entertaining it, and don't feel bad for not entertaining it. You are actively choosing your balanced mental well-being, your balanced emotional well-being. You know, sometimes our gifts or sometimes our blessings from God are not even coming down, or sometimes our manifestation are not coming in, are not coming forth because we are emotionally imbalanced. And look at it this way: no person is going to trust you with anything if they feel like you are currently not in a position to treat whatever they're giving you with the utmost respect, with the utmost grace and the utmost appreciation. So look at it from that angle. How can God give you something if he clearly sees that you're not ready for it? You're busy consumed by things that just do not matter. How will those blessings come down? Like, let's be serious. It's just not going to work. Sometimes it's the small traps. It's the small traps that are there that we don't recognize. It's those small lies or small white lies that we tell ourselves. It's like going to a party where you know that you have to study, and you're like, oh no, when I get back I'll quickly study, and you know it's a lie. History has shown you that you never do. Anything that stands to win against you is a problem. And if there's so many things that stand to win against your progress, against your mental well-being, against your emotional well-being, critically look at it, assess it, and come up with a plan or a way of moving forward, because we can't have you being stuck over and over and over again and getting trapped in the same cycle or the same bubble that serves to hold you back and make you not achieve whatever it is that your heart desires and whatever it is that you've been working hard for. We have 8 months left to the year. 8 months is a lot. 8 months is a lot. So if you felt like you've done nothing, you've not accomplished anything, you're a failure, whatever it is, stop thinking like that and remind yourself that we still have 8 months. A lot can happen in a week, a lot can happen in a day, a lot can happen in a month, and you got this. So go back to those pointers that I've mentioned and try to remind yourself that, okay, this is what I need to do, this is the plan, these are the small steps that I'm going to use to phase into my new transition, and I am going to get it. Remember, every drop fills the bucket. So even if you feel like you've done something small, don't underestimate the power that it has to the bigger picture. Do take care, everybody. Keep well, and as always, remember to be kind. I'll definitely see you in my next video, which will be soon, because I now have some energy and passion. So yeah, I'm fully back on. Videos will be released every week. So if you're a new subscriber, you now know. And do this motivational stuff as well as skincare. So if you have not yet subscribed and this sounds more like a thing, definitely do consider subscribing. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.